Live now.
Mic check,
It's
1 2 1
time
2.
to dream.
I'm back
And
again
with
with
the
some
Live
content.
now.
Mic check, 1
It's
2 1
time
2.
to dream. And with
Learning
the
from
Andrea. Inspiration, motivation, inspiration, aspirations, affirmations, admiration, leaps of faith and dream more through conversation with the Andrea of the nations. If you need some inspiration, tune into my podcast station. On air with the Andrea. On air with the Andrea.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Dream on Air with DeAndrea. I am your host, DeAndrea Kid, and as y'all know, I have a very special guest on the show with me today. I have the CEO of Really Abundant Apparel, LLC, Mr. Josh Craig, with us, ladies and gents. Let's go on and give him a round of applause. Yo, what's up, Josh? How you doing today?
Blessed. I can't complain at all.
Right.
You know, can't complain. Just sitting here chilling. Fam, so you know.
You know, what's up, cuz?
What's up?
Yeah, I have my cousin Josh on the show with me today, and today we're going to be discussing the importance of individuality, confidence while you're being an entrepreneur, and we're going to be discussing sales and also the benefits of Black entrepreneurship in society. So, Josh, I see you rocking your Abundant Apparel shirt. What's up, man?
Nothing much. Just chilling. Trying to get, honestly, just trying to start something.
Yeah, and speaking of starting, so what got you started with creating your brand?
Really what got me started is I like clothes. I love clothes, and honestly, what got me started is really that I wanted my family, our family, to actually have something to, pass on to, their kids and their kids, and honestly just put our stamp on this world, something different. So that's really what got me started.
Yeah, and y'all, as y'all know, y'all may not know, but me and my family, we started from the ground up. We, as our generation, we really starting to step out there and take it upon ourselves to research, generational wealth and what it means to become business owners and, good money management skills. So now that we are learning ourselves, we're taking it upon ourselves to pass that information down to the generations to come. And cousin, the fact that you're on that same way, that's so dope to me. I really appreciate that.
Have to.
Yeah.
I have to.
Yeah. So, what is your motto, or what is something that keeps you going while you're doing this? Like, do you have a motto? What is it?
Yeah, indeed. So my motto is "You are enough." So as we all know, abundance it's honestly different for everybody. My definition is going to be different from your definition. That all comes together at the end of the day. So hey, you got this. Keep going. There's nothing that we honestly can't overcome. So that's basically where my motto comes from.
Yeah, and you know what? You are enough. That is such a good motto to have, especially when it comes to clothing. This is something that we wear. This is something that we put on, to feel fresh, to look good. So why not have a quote on top of that, And cousin, you was mentioning to me something about how, clothing is just the material, right? But what matters about the clothing is the reason behind it.
Yeah, definitely. So this at the end of the day, this is a piece of fabric. It's what's on here. That's honestly what keeps me going. As you can see, the abundance is really big across my chest. I'm letting you know that hey, that abundance means something. So at the end of the day, it's just a piece of fabric. At the end of the day, it's just the message behind the fabric. How you gonna relate? How you gonna just keep pushing that on? So that's all I like.
Yeah, and especially in a time now where a lot of people need good mental stimulation and encouragement, I like that you took it upon yourself to kind of have that on your clothing. So, cousin, why the clothing route? You're a CEO, you're a businessman, you're an entrepreneur. So, out of all of the products in the world you could have chose to, develop, why clothing?
Number one, I like fashion really, and with clothing, I look at it like we're all gonna need it at the end of the day. We're like no matter what, like from when you're born until you pass away, you're gonna sorry, but
it's a necessity.
Yeah, it's a necessity. You know, you're gonna need it. You're honestly gonna need it at the end of the day. So, like with that, and I just feel like it's something like I can wear this, I can wear this to church, I can wear it to work, I can wear it around the house, I can wear it to the mall, I can wear it like any function I can go. Like that's honestly another reason why I want to do that, because there's plenty of places you go to, hey, they might want you to like you can't wear it. You have to have a polo. You have to have this. You have to have that. So that's honestly why I want the clothing line.
Yeah, and you gonna have it all. You know.
Hey, everything.
Some shop was really abundant.
Yeah,
you know
the hats, the shirts, the shorts, the shoes. I mean,
yeah.
everything.
Yeah, and that's also a good way to spread your message too. Like, you know, somebody got a fly shirt on, you know, they see you like, hey, it's for me.
Definitely. Hey, we're walking billboard.
Yeah,
honestly.
literally.
that's honestly that's how you gotta look at it sometimes. So yeah.
And so speaking of like a walking billboard, so your clothing, when people see your clothing, they'll see the representation of your brand and what you stand for. So as a businessman, how important is representation and how you present your clothing and yourself? And the reason why I ask that question is it's a lot of people, you know, they get excited. They're like, man, I'm about to go make some shirts. And they just put anything on a shirt because they're trying to make money.
Right.
But it's more to making money in clothes than just the money. So how important is a reputation, even in the quality and material of, you know, your clothing and your product?
Honestly, you just answered it right there. Honestly, it's one of those things, because I'm gonna be honest with you. When I first started, and I was just like, it was trial and error. So I would probably not get the most expensive like brand, like t-shirt brand, versus now it's premium, like it's like a premium quality brand. So with that, you can't really just like you can't really just continue to like just go through those trials and errors. Like you have like sometimes you got to overcome that. You can't go like the cheap route. I mean, and then also too, like with the representation, like you want to make sure that, well, how I look at it is, I want my grandma to be able to wear my shirt. I want my daughters to be able to wear my shirts to school. I want my mama to, like, I want her to be able to wear my shirts anywhere she go to. Like, so that's honestly that's how I do it. I mean, I'm not sure how everybody else do it, but at the same time, I just feel like if you rush it, I mean, you rush it like you said. You can put anything on the t-shirt, but at the end of the day,
what you put in is what you get out.
Exactly. At the end of the day. So there we go.
And because you also mentioned you want to create products, or you want to create clothing that even your children can wear. So let's talk about that real quick, because you know you're a father, right? So how do you manage fatherhood and being an entrepreneur and, you know, representing your brand? You have to go here and go there. Like, how do you keep it all together? How do you manage that?
I set a schedule. I set a schedule like, hey, today I'm only spending 30 minutes on my clothing brand. I'm not even going to spend like an hour. I ain't going to spend 2 hours. I'm going to spend 30 minutes, get these shirts done, and boom, that's it. So, like, of course, my family comes first. My family comes before this. So, like, with my kids, I mean, if they need they're going to always need my attention. But, like, anytime they need anything or anytime I need to be there, hey, I'm right here. I'm right there in front of them. And then, like you said, with our family starting from the bottom, I mean, I make my t-shirts in my living room. So with that, they see what I'm doing. So sometimes, hey, they might grab me a t-shirt so I can go ahead and press it. Like something so simple. So it's not necessarily me just making time to not be with them, if that makes sense. It's more of how can I add in time, like add in father time, but at the same time, you know, business at the same time. So that's honestly how I do it.
Yeah, and even when you mention like them being able to, you know, be there while you're working on your brand, like you're teaching them in more ways than, you know, just the average, you know, spending time. Like they actually get to see what you do with your personal time and how you build your brand and business. That's also a way that they can learn from you. So I think that's very beautiful that you also find ways to incorporate them in what you're doing and that you keep them in mind. Because, you know, a lot of times people can be so business minded and so focused on building their brand and what they want to do that sometimes they neglect their family. And that's why the world messed up right now. You know what I'm saying? it's a good thing that you're taking the time to invest in your kids and you're thinking not only about yourself, but once again about your family unit. And that's important to me. You know,
of course, yeah. You know how we raised.
Yeah. And so let's go off into that too. So, and the reason I'm glad that you're on this show today because we need to see more images of black men, especially black young men, doing good in society and kind of push against the stigma of black people and, you know, the stereotypes that we normally face or that people kind of, you know, from outside races kind of look at us and think that, you know, we ain't doing nothing. But it's a lot going on over here. We do have black fathers that, you know, are entrepreneurs and that take care of their kids. So stop saying that black men don't do that because they do.
Stop saying that.
Yeah.
Stop putting a stamp on them. Stop putting a tag on them.
Right, because we do have good men in society over here on this side that are taking care of their business. And so, since we touched on that a little bit, so how does it feel to be one of those black men who are actually, you know, going against the grain and, you know, actually handling responsibility and not falling prey to the stereotypes that we have with kids?
Honestly, it's still new. If we're gonna be real, it's still new. Like I still catch myself like, man, I'm really. I wake up sometimes like, man, I'm really a CEO of something like, you know, something that's actually positive, like not just anything.
What advice would you give younger black men who, you know, are looking to find better ways to build wealth for themselves? Like, what advice would you give them, especially the ones who don't think that entrepreneurship may be for them?
Take your time. Take your time to find something that you're passionate about. Like if you can turn any small thing into something big. Like me, like I said, mine started so little on like letting people know that they are enough. Like and then now I plan on getting my stuff in every store.
Yeah.
But like to younger men, it's basically one of those things you just have to find out what you're passionate about. Like don't just try to rush into something just because somebody's telling you to do it. Like have a passion for it. Like don't like 'cause at the end of the day you have to live your life. Nobody else can live your life for you. So I mean it's different routes people can go. Like you can go left when you're supposed to be going right. But it's just one of those things. Number one, you gotta say it's self-discipline at the end of the day. Like you can't like all that extra stuff that you was probably doing in the past. It's just one of those things now where it's like, okay, I'm really dedicated about my business, so I'm about to go like all the way in. So I guess that's what I would say is honestly just take your time and find out what you really love and what you're passionate about.
Yeah, that's good. And then it's like there are ways that you can capitalize off of what it is that you like to do. For example, I like to talk. And voila, you know, got a whole podcast going now.
And you're doing amazing.
Thank you, cuz. I appreciate that. Thank you. And so, yeah, it's like never limit yourself or think that you're not qualified to do anything that you put your mind to. I'm a firm believer that if you have a thought in your mind of you doing something big, then do it. That thought popped up in your mind as a sign to you that it is possible. And especially for a lot of young men in society, you know, the older generation, I'm not gonna say that they completely dropped the ball with us, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying that we're at the age now to where we can pick the ball up and establish something for ourselves. And yeah, just don't ever limit yourself to think that you are not able to do something because, you know, we started from, I don't want to say nothing, but
we started from not a lot. It wasn't a lot.
Yeah, we didn't have a lot.
We didn't have a lot of stuff handed to us.
We used what we had to get something going so that we can now create and build.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed. And that's what we're doing right now.
That's
you know?
exactly what we're doing.
That's exactly what we're doing right now.
And which is generational wealth in society, man. And that's a good thing that you're willing to, you know, take that first step and, you know, create that for your family. So when your kids come up, you know, they'll have something that they can live off of and a legacy to carry. That's what's up.
Have to, yeah. Hey, pass the torch. Hey, we'll be stingy for like holding on to it. So,
right.
You know, we definitely got to give that out.
Right, that's what's up, man.
That's
Check my cousin out, man. And so are there any upcoming pop-ups or events that you're currently working on or planning on being at? Like what's up?
So actually, the next pop-up I'm actually having one. I guess you could say a Halloween pop-up.
Okay.
But basically, the Blank Canvas venue in Dallas. If you need, we can give you the address. But it'll be the end of October. It'll be at the end of October, and plan on having the double amount of vendors I had. Last time I had 8, so hopefully 16 vendors this time. So we're gonna get everything rocking.
Hey, and y'all gonna make sure that happens. You know, sometimes when you speak things out of your mouth, like, yeah, that's like a declaration that it will be established. So I hope you do get those 16 vendors as well.
Indeed. Appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. So, how was that experience of hosting your own pop-up event back in July?
It was amazing. And honestly, amazing is not even a word I can put on. It was more than amazing because I was able to help other vendors that was starting, that was brand new, just like myself. Now they're taking off, and like honestly, we still been in connects with each other. So honestly, it was just one of those things where I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting that many people to show. I wasn't expecting to sell out. And I mean, I sold out of my merchandise, so yeah, definitely a blessing, like you said, and like it was wonderful.
Congratulations on that too.
Appreciate that.
Cool.
I appreciate that.
And so you also mentioned a very important thing, which was networking. Like how y'all all came together to, you know, kind of put that together, and now y'all are still in communications. And now anytime y'all got another event coming in, all you gotta do is just hit each other up.
There you go. Because at the end of the day, you have to look at it like this: if somebody, if I can gain you a customer, your customer, they might come back to me. I mean, and then boom, I have another person that they might can help out with. So I'm all about sharing the wealth. I'm far from stingy with it. So.
Right, and that's good, and that's how you stay blessed. Stingy people, they can only hold on to so much because they hold on to everything that they have. So that's really good. Our people are doing a better job of is collaborating and networking. Because, you know, we can't really wait on handouts all the time. We got to put our hands together and get some
work. We have to, because if you look at it like this, if we keep waiting, what's going to happen? To the next generation.
Yep.
Exactly. They might not even get it like we said at the beginning, we didn't have that much, but imagine if we don't do anything, like what our next generation have nothing at all. Yeah. So definitely, you have to get everything moving.
Good. I'm gonna end it right there. So, because the last question of the interview, if there is any advice that you could give someone who is standing in the shoes of where you came from, what would that be?
You are enough. Simple. Because growing up, I mean, yes, we grew up all together, but at the same time, there was times where I go around this certain crowd, I'm not, I guess you could say, I'm not hood enough, like black enough, when everybody knows, you can see it in my skin tone, but and how I talk, but you don't fit in some crowds. And then I was like, man, I want to fit in with those crowds over there. And then I go to a different crowd, and it's like, nah, you still not good enough over here because you're not as educated. I mean, you don't have the cars, you don't have all of this, all of that I have. So I'm looking at them like, dang, I want to be over here too, but it's like a balance. I'm like, dang, I can't go over there, I can't go over here. So where do I go? So I would say you are enough, because at the end of the day, everything starts with you. Like, you can't be your best self if you're not put together, you know. So that's what I would give them.
Yes, you are enough. Are there any techniques that you use, like, to help you get sales, or like, what is something that you notice that works for you as an entrepreneur to get your brand out?
Honestly, modeling the shirt or modeling the hat, the shirt, the shorts, or whatever I have. Because I look at it like, if you don't, and you just post, I can post a picture of the best shirt I've ever had in my life. I can post it, I can edit it, and nobody's wearing it, probably not gonna get that many sales. Versus if I get that same shirt, and have you wear it and post it, and they're like, oh, okay, somebody's actually buying it. You know, he's not just talking a good game, he's actually like living a good game. So that's honestly a great way, like, of making sales for me. So.
Way people can see, like you said, they rocking really abundant. Like, you got the proof. You got somebody wearing it.
Somebody rocking it. Yes. Somebody rocking it. Hey, like you said, your favorite person. Like, hopefully, I'm not gonna speak negative, but hopefully, you get it out there to some more some of these entertainers out there, and hey, they might you might see your favorite artist wearing my shirt, and they're like, oh, okay, where do you get that shirt from? Like, something like that. So
yeah, and that's a good use of word of mouth for all of my marketing and sales majors. Yeah. Okay, so fitness on game once again.
Free game. We have to give it up. Like you said, we can't be stingy. Like, don't be stingy. Nothing comes good out of being stingy.
Nothing but poverty.
Nothing.
But anyway, that being said, thank y'all so much for tuning in to Dream on Air with DeAndrea. I am your host, DeAndrea Kid, and once again, this is my guest, Mr. Josh Craig. Make sure that y'all shop with Really Abundant Apparel to get your latest merch, and yeah, y'all take care.
Out. Hey.
Love now.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
To dream.
I'm back again with some Mic check 1 2 1 2.
To dream. And with DeAndrea. Inspiration, motivation, inspiration, aspiration.